And we're back now, the moment we all been waiting for, top 15 running backs. As I was saying before, get your points running the ball, get your points catching the ball, touchdowns after touchdowns. Running backs are the hottest commodity in fantasy football. There's always a few running backs that have a breakout season halfway through the season, but right now we're going to just give you guys the ones that you should actually draft and not have to worry about picking off of the wire. So we'll start with Phil.
Thanks, Craig. Oh, wait, that's wide receivers. Coming in at number 15 for me, I have Cedric Benson. I'm not convinced on him. What? I'm still not convinced of him because he's a starting running back, and they're gonna run a lot in Cincinnati, so I'm putting him on my list. Take that, jerk. Number 14, I have Ryan Matthews. A bit unproven, but hey, a bit unproven. It's called an understatement. Fuck you guys. Everybody got it. No, it's because nobody pays attention. Yeah, it's true. When you're right, you're right. Anyway, that's enough of him. Number 13, Ryan Grant, Green Bay Packers. Running should be pretty easy there. Kind of going to throw a lot. Number 12, Jonathan Stewart. Not a fan of him because I hate him.
Why are you so high then?
I have him high because he's a good guy. I'm not a fan of him because you had him. Number 11, Sean Green.
I'm not talking about Jonathan Stewart.
I don't like him that much. Wow. Sean Green at 11. Stays healthy. Gonna beat out LT for the starting job. LT's too old. Number 10, D'Angelo Williams. Splitting carries with Jonathan Stewart. Pretty good. He's the dash in the smash and dash. Yeah. Missed a few games last season. See if he could keep healthy. Number 9, I have Jamal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I'm high on Jones. Not there. No, he isn't. He did, but Thomas Jones is there in Kansas City. However, Charles will be the starter. Charles will finish the season, and he will be a top 10 running back. Just saying.
How many carries?
215. 215. Yep. Write it down. It's on video.
He's like a 5.5 average.
That's fine.
10.5 average.
That's fine. He's that good. Number 8, Rashard Mendenhall. Again, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Not going to be there for the first 4 games at minimum, if not 6. Going to run the ball more. Mendenhall had a breakout season last year. Let's see what happens now. Number 7, Frank Gore. Handcuff. Going to get hurt. Josh had a pretty good stat last time. Not that good. Number 6, Michael Turner. As long as Tubby McFatfuck is able to stay healthy and not hurt his ankle, he should be probably. Number 5, I have Steven Jackson. Yep, we do. I didn't copy your top 5, sir. Steven Jackson's a pretty basic top 5. Steven Jackson, number 5. I'm going to make it quick now because Josh is pissing me off. Number 4, we have Mojo. Maurice Jones-Drew. Oh, wow. Number 3, we have Ray Rice. Number 2, Adrian Peterson. And number 1, Christopher Johnson. Now let's go to Mo. Mo!
the blue team has... Thanks, Mike. The blue team has 110 points. No, seriously. But I have to disagree on some of Phil's things. Jamal Charles, I don't like him at all. You'll see he's not my top 15. Thomas Jones is really good. He's going to take a lot of his carries. Number 15, I have LaShawn McCoy. This is a tough one for me. I think he's going to have a good season in the same thing. He's pretty much Brian Westbrook, but just younger and faster. Great catcher. Great receiver, not catcher. He's not a baseball player. I don't really think... I think they're going to run the ball a lot more than they did last season. Yeah. So, LaShawn... Number 14, Ryan Matthews. He's unproven, but he's going to run the ball a lot because they have no one else. Number 13, I'm doing this. Everyone listening. Number 13, D'Angelo Williams. Yeah, last season he barely played. I really like Jonathan Stewart more than him. You'll see he's ranked higher. I honestly think they're going to trade him, and I just really like Jonathan Stewart because he's not a bitch like DeAndre Williams. 12, Cedric Benson. I like him really a lot more than Phil did. He had a really good first half. Not good in second half. They had no touchdowns, but they're going to run the ball a lot, so he's at 12. 11, of the man, Jonathan Stewart. Probably my favorite running back. He's from Oregon, or Oregon, however you pronounce it. Whatever. I think he's going to take over the number. I think he might even... Sooner or later, he's going to take the number one starting job. I know they're talking about splitting carries. They're going to do that probably the first 8 games, but I think they're not going to be that great this season. And they're going to be like, DeAndre Williams, you're gone. Jonathan Stewart, number 1. So that's why I have him. 10, Sean Green. Injury and fumble problems, but the Jets have the number 1 rushing attack, and he's number 1 receiver. There's no competition. 9, Ryan Grant. I really like him. He's really safe. He'll easily get 270 carries if no one else. And because of the great weapons and quarterback, they can't stop the Bucs. 8, Mendenfeld. Obviously, Phil talked about Roethlisberger. I'm not a fan of their offensive line, but they're running the ball a lot more, especially the first at least 4 or 6 games. 7, I'm not taking him. I'm just not. Frank Gore, 7. I mean, the only reason he's on my even list because he's better than other people, but I'm just not taking him. He's going to go in the top no later than 8 in the draft. I'm just not taking him. So, you remember my stat from last week. There's no reason to repeat it. He's not good. Michael Fett. Curse of 370 carries. Matt Ryan should be better. He should be healthy. I really like the Falcons this season. 5, Steven Jackson. I think there's 5 pretty... Actually, whatever. I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about tiers. Steven Jackson, he's having a ridiculous season this season. Breakout. Everyone's going to know his name. He only had 4 touchdowns last season. He's got to get a lot more than that. 4, I just recently changed my rankings to Ray Rice at 4. I don't know why. I like him, but I mean, 4. He's the 4th best running back. He's gonna be the 4th pick. Whatever. You'll see in a second. Maurice Jones-Drew 3. He does much safer to me than Ray Rice. I mean, yes, Ray Rice obviously has much better weapons around him than Maurice Jones-Drew. But Maurice Jones-Drew is so safe. Not Mojo. 2, Adrian Peterson. I'm starting to think about moving him to 1, but I'm probably not going to do that. He's even more safe than Maurice Jones-Drew. Other than the fumbles, there's really nothing wrong with him. He just can't catch the ball. He has AIDS, I guess. Number 1, Chris Johnson. He had 358 carries last season, which is just under 370, but it's really close to that. And he had 408 touches, which is more than Michael Turner had that season. Okay, but I'm just saying... based on the curse rule, he should not have a good season. But he's still number... Host, I'm taking all the host knowledge because he's not smart. So, yeah, Chris Johnson. He's still number 1. He'll have a great season, but it's not anywhere close to 2,000 rushing yards. And Titans should be better. We'll see. Probably.
Would you guys, let's say... For argument's sake, we're in a PPR league again. How's your top 5 shift up that way then? Because me personally, I know I'm the host, I'm not supposed to interfere, but I would take Maurice Jones-Drew 2nd or 1st if it was PPR.
Chris Johnson, Ray Rice, Steve Jackson. AP, Mojo. That would be my top 5 then.
Chris Johnson still 1. He still gets a lot of receptions. Then probably Maurice Jones-Drew. He'll be just above AP, then AP, then Ray Rice, then maybe Frank Gore, and then Steven Jackson, because Frank Gore gets a lot of receptions also. But, I mean, Steven Jackson gets none, Turner gets none, and AP gets none, but Chris Johnson's still number 1. Maybe MJD moves up 1, but not that much different.
I guess we'll have to wait and see if the 370 curse comes into effect for Chris Johnson this season. He had over. Oh, 3 touches. Duh. Anyway, coming up after this commercial break, we're going to have My personal favorite thing about fantasy football is drafting and strategies to your draft. It's a lot of stuff that comes into it, and we're going to go into it after this break.